Welcome back to another edition of Poker Tonight. The action here in Las Vegas, as well as the weather here in Vegas, are heating up, but let's get down to the action as it happened today.
The World Series of Poker is steamrolling through events, but the Bellagio Cup has just gotten started. Card Player got a chance to catch up with Jared the Waco Kid Hamby as he was taking a break from the Rio to play in the $5,000 buy-in no-limit tournament at the Bellagio.
I've only played one tournament, just yesterday, the 2500, and got down to the final few tables, but didn't cash. They're only paying the final table. Never really got anything going, and I got it in with nines versus ace-3, and he spiked an ace, and that was it. So I'm 0 for 1 so far.
Have you been playing at the Rio?
Yeah, I've played 6 or 7, I think 7 World Series events. No cashes. Actually running really bad right now, which can kind of be expected after the hot streak that I've had. You're going to see some negative variance. That's just the way this game works. But I've been getting in really good at the World Series. 3-1, 4-1 favorites. They just haven't been going my way. And, that's just the way the game works sometimes. I'm just going to keep playing my game and just trying to get it in good, and that's all you can do.
So you're going to try and turn it around here at the Bellagio today?
Yeah, it's going to be really tough today, though. Just walking around and looking who's here, it's a pretty small field. I don't even think
who have you seen?
50 players have signed up yet. But, some of the top players online in the world are here. Imperium and Z Justin and, Colson 10 and GB Mantis and a lot of guys. There's a lot of good players here. There's not much dead money in this one, I don't think.
So when you're not playing live tournaments, have you been playing online, or have you been relaxing and enjoying Las Vegas?
A little of both. I live out here in Henderson, so it's not like I need to, do the party thing. I can do that whenever. So I've been playing online a couple days a week, and mostly just mostly playing live. I've had a few days off, and a little of both.
And now with an update of the Bellagio Cup 3 Series, our very own Christy Arnett.
We're back at the Fontana Lounge to give you guys an update on Day 4 of the Bellagio Cup 3 Series. Right now, event number 3, the $2,500 no-limit event, is playing out its final table right now, and we've kind of got a star-studded table. Renee Angelil is sitting right next to David Redland. There's 7 players left out of 9, and they're still battling for the $70,000 first-place prize. Event number 4, the $5,000 buy-in no-limit hold'em tournament, began today at 1. A total of 63 entrants built a prize pool of $306,000. Players who entered the field this morning were Shannon Shore, last year's main event winner, Thomas Walrus, and Jared Hamby, who we got to talk to earlier, but he's unfortunately been knocked out. Players who are still competing are Ted Lawson, Roland DeWolf, Tom Dubilovic, he was event number 2's winner, Card Player Online Player of the Year leaderboard right now, Sorel Imperium Mitzi is still playing also, and they're competing for a first place prize of $129,000.
It's too bad Jared was eliminated, but if we know Jared, we know he'll be right back on the horse again.
Definitely, and good luck with that, Jared. Rich, it seems like the fields are attracting a lot more bigger names.
Here at the Bellagio Cup? Yeah, that's exactly right. A lot of people didn't think that this tournament series would get the numbers, but they especially didn't think it would get the players, but they're starting to show up. And I think one of the reasons for this is now they changed the start time from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m.
Hopefully that'll, give a chance for players who started in the noon tournament at the Rio to, if they bust out early, they can come over here at 2.
Right, and especially since a lot of times the noon tournament doesn't start until a little bit closer to 1. So
true.
It's giving players, even if they wanted to play here in the Bellagio Cup or if they busted out, a little bit of extra cushion to get here and play. Because these tournaments are attracting pretty decent fields and good prize pools. So
I agree. And remember, for more in-depth information and updates of the Bellagio Cup 3 Tournament Series, be sure to check out Card Player TV's daily updates. And now, on to the World Series of Poker.
Let's start off with the $5,000 buy-in no-limit event. That event played its Day 2 today. After beginning with a field of 640 players yesterday, they played down to 85, and currently, as of a few minutes ago, there are 36 players remaining. That field includes big names like Kathy Liebert, Dustin Dirksen, and several others like Nick Schulman. It's going to be a great final table to watch, so make sure you stay tuned.
Now, the $1,500 Palim Omaha event started today at noon. Last year, Ralph Perry was the winner. 576 players began the day, but are currently down to around 170. The current chip leader is Vanessa Selbst, who did very well in the ladies' event. She got 8th place. Among the top of the chip counts are Eric Risen Lynch, James Van Alstyne, and Bert Booten.
Also, the $5,000 World Championship 7-card stud 8 or better tournament began today. We do not have official numbers as it started only a few minutes ago, but Scotty Wynn, Jeff Madsen, and Paul Darden were all seen in that event. Tomorrow, the $5,000 buy-in horse event and the $2,000 buy-in no-limit event begin. One of the players playing in the $2,000 buy-in no limit event is Erica Schoenberg. Erica took some time out of her busy schedule to stop by the Card Player TV studios to let us know how her World Series is going, how she thinks it's going to go, and what she thinks about how her play at the table affects other people.
So, do you want to give us a quick update on what your poker's been up to? I know you won an event at Mandalay Bay.
I did. It's been crazy. I've been so busy, with the World Series, but I won my first tournament, the 2500 WPT at Mandalay Bay, so that was awesome. And then I had a cash at the World Series, but nothing too exciting. And I'm just trying to, really go deeper in one of the events at the World Series.
Okay, so what events have you played so far?
Too many to count. I mean, I've played almost every day. This is my second day off, which is desperately needed.
Did you play in the ladies' event?
I did.
How did you do?
I didn't make it too far. It's a unique event, obviously, being all women, and it's one of those events where I was happy to play it because I'm always excited to promote women in poker, but it's unusual because the caliber of play is obviously, it's a different style of play, being all women.
Would you say they were less experienced?
Well, obviously. I mean, it's a lot of amateurs, and it's just it was kind of just more, for me, it was, obviously I take every event seriously and play to win, but it was really just, I wanted to be a part of, promoting women in poker and whatnot.
Do you think it's more difficult to play on a field of just women rather than mostly men?
Well, in theory, it shouldn't be. I mean, because if you just take, for example, there are obviously many more men that play poker than women. So that means they're obviously going to be more, they're better male poker players than women. So that just means the field obviously isn't going to be as experienced. It's not going to be, as tough of a field. So really, it should give a pro an edge, but I think it's pretty difficult to play against amateurs.
Yeah, like Joe Navarro said that women are harder to read than men.
Yeah, I think for me it's more just, it's really difficult playing against players that don't play, with much less experience. It's much more difficult to put them on a hand.
So you're obviously a beautiful woman. You used to be a model. How does that come into play at the poker table? Do you think it works to your advantage or disadvantage?
I think it works to my advantage. I mean, I wouldn't say, against other pros, it doesn't, they don't care what you look like or who they're playing against. They just want your chip. So, sometimes against a less experienced player, I think, I occasionally get hands checked down or, I sometimes get walks in the big blind, but I don't really think it doesn't do much.
Do you ever bat your eyes and say, will you please fold?
No, I don't do anything like that. I'm usually pretty quiet and reserved at the table.
Yeah. Thanks, Erica, for stopping by, and good luck in the next events.
And thank you for watching tonight's episode of Poker Tonight. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Good night, everybody.